Hello, you gorgeous fitness fans. Karen McCoy here, body transformation coach for women over 40. And let's look at the difference between activity versus exercise. Is there a difference? Yes, there is. So I like to siphon them out because a lot of times we think that when we're doing stuff, it's enough for our bodies. However, when we age, we really need to pay attention. And this is where, if you're not in a structured exercise program, ladies, please, please, please get in it. Because the exercise is super important for us women who want to age well. We can't just sit on the fence anymore. I don't know if we ever could, but it's far more important. We're living longer, but we're not necessarily living well. And y'all know, if you don't know, muscle is the organ of longevity. It's been proven for decades. The more muscle, the stronger the immune system. So the more the body fights off disease and whatnot, and the stronger the body is, and the longer it gets to stay on this planet because everything's working at its peak. And that's what muscle does. It's very, very active. If you were to look at a piece of muscle, there's like 4,000 different processes happening in there. It's like there's a lot of activity, man. There's a lot of stuff going on. That is the energetics of muscle. Super, super important. So when I take women on, we look at both exercise and activity. So exercise, of course, is structured exercise where you have a program that is working all 9 muscle groups of the body. Depending on how you split it up. I mean, some people just say legs, but I say quads, hams, calves, glutes. I see them differently. However you want to work it, every muscle in the body needs to be worked with a structured program that will challenge you enough to allow your body to continue to stay strong, to be able to take yourself through this life and be able to carry your groceries up 2 flights of stairs, right? The activity piece is all the other stuff, the walking, the hiking, the biking. Now, I know we see it as exercise, but if you put it into 2 different categories where you're taking the whole body and you're training it, whether it's a whole body workout, upper, lower. I like to do 3 and 4 day splits. That's how I train my clients because we get more volume on the muscles, so we get better results. We get faster results as well, especially for women over 40. So it is a bodybuilding, body shaping type of training that we do. And the activity is where we should be doing stuff like walking and hiking and biking because they're enjoyable. Yes, we're working our cardiopulmonary system. We can do that in the gym as well. I don't really consider weights being a cardio workout, even though you're huffing and puffing between squats because it can be tough, or you're doing a circuit, but it's not enough. We need to have 20 to 30 minutes of consistency to get the heart rate up and the breath going in order to really see the benefits from that. So I always say, measure it out, have your weight training and have your cardio separately, okay? Cardio last. If you want to use it as a weight loss, we can talk about that later. Don't do it before weights. Don't do it while you're doing weights. Okay, we don't need to do like bicep curls and then run on the spot like a 5-year-old. Okay, those days it just makes women look silly, in my opinion. And then outside stuff is super important. One of the best things you can do to support the parasympathetic, which is your rest and restore, right? The sympathetic is your fight or flight, which we need. It's not bad, but we can be in a chronic sympathetic state with overwork, overstress, lack of sleep, emotional stress, not relieving that from our brains and our bodies. And walking in the great outdoors, which has to be a good pace, like not just leisurely, but a good pace. And I would say leave your phone at home. Stop talking on the phone. Be in Mother Nature. Breathe. That supports the parasympathetic and brings all that stress level down. I have 3 retrievers, so I'm walking at least an hour a day, right? I've always had dogs, and I'll always have dogs. They always get me out. Rain or shine, snow, I don't care. I make it work because it's important to me to be out there. That is our fuel, right? So the tennis, the cycling, unless you're like a master cycler and you're putting on miles, okay, that could be considered. But again, we're still just working a part of the body. I want us women to work all the muscles, okay? So when we're walking, when we're hiking, when we're cycling, we're only working the legs. There isn't any external weight added on, so they're already used to carrying your body weight. So when you add on external, they're forced to support itself. What I see with women, and I often see this when I have a little quiz called how's your metabolism? If you're getting bigger around the waist and your legs are getting thinner, it's because you're losing muscle. And it naturally happens after the age of 40, 45, fast after the age of 50, really fast after the age of 60, unless you're doing specific exercises to keep it on. Walking is beautiful, but it is an activity. And we need to exercise our legs in order to keep the muscle on the legs. That's one of the first places we see it go. Hello, do you want to say hi to everybody? Come here. This is one of three. This is my puppy. Come on. This is Ozzy. Say hi. Look right there. Say hi. This is Ozzy. Ozzy is 10 months old. You're 10 months old. He's my puppy. And I have two other retrievers. I have two girls, and they most certainly keep this boy in line. But he needs a lot of walks. He's a very strong dog. He's almost 80 pounds for 10 months. And he requires a lot. And I would be lost without my dogs. This is my parasympathetic, where I rub them and I play with them and I walk them, and my stress level goes right down. Yes, they sleep in bed with us. We have an extra big bed that's 16 feet long. We add another bed onto the end because we need a lot of space for three dogs. So those are the things that soothe me. And you need to find those little activities to support you, but you also need the exercise of structured exercise in the gym. I strongly recommend you get a coach that knows how to work with women over 40, if you're over 40 and you're listening to this, because it is different. Recovery needs to be managed. Certain muscle groups need certain ways. There's a lot of restrictions or injuries or limitations that us women at this age, we don't get to be this age without that happening. So we need to be able to work around that effectively. But please remember to do your exercise and your activity. When I go on holidays, we like to go to Seattle every year, and we stay at a hotel, and I always take the stairs. I'll take the elevator if I need to bring my son's equipment up and down, of course, but I will do the stairs. And last year we were 8 floors up. I did 8 floors. I don't ever want to lose that ability, to tell you the truth. I want to be able to, and I still look at everything as, what would a person do, if they didn't have the modern supports of this world, what would they do to get by? Well, they'd put on more time on their walking. A lot of people are doing this 10,000 step thing. Okay, if that's what you want to do. I don't want to count. I don't want to compartmentalize everything. Everything around food these days is around formulas and macros. And we eat food, we don't eat numbers. And me and my clients do it super, super well. We learn how to make it intuitive eating with everything on target, guys. That's the food freedom. And so it's the same with my walking. If I'm walking an hour with my dogs, I'm pretty good. I'm also out in the yard because I have a big yard, and there's a lot of downfall. There's a lot of raking, there's shoveling, and that also is built into my lifestyle. That is also activity that I do, but my structured exercise is 4 to 5 times a week in the gym, 3 different workouts rotating through for at least 40, sometimes 60 minutes if it's a leg workout. And then I will do my cardio, which is my hiking. I'll do fast hiking, get my heart rate up. I don't run as much anymore just because, my back and my legs, my knees really are just not liking it anymore. So I switched to cycling, which I love to do as well. And I'll get on to my bike in the wintertime in the gym. I've got it set up so I can cycle in there as well. And that's my cardio. So Please remember to siphon the two out. Recognize both are needed for a healthy, happy body and a healthy, happy, long life for us moving forward through the years. Okay, guys, love to hear your comments. Pop them below. Ciao.